Mystic Lotus and Dragonflies welcomes you to the awesome Love and Health Telesummit this beautiful Saturday morning. It is our pleasure, ladies and gentlemen, to welcome for the second time on our Telesummit author, professional speaker, mentor, and energy coach in areas of love, relationships, money, and life, the person who will be telling us about the one thing you need to know to conquer love and relationships in challenging times. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in welcoming in Mr. Suresh Padmanabhan. Welcome in, Suresh ji. Such a pleasure to have you back.
Namaste to all of you, and namaste and I bow to the divine in all of you, and I really thank the Mystic Lotus for this awesome love festival through which I can connect to all the wonderful beings who are listening to me right now. Thank you so much.
Thank you for that. Suresh ji, you're based in Pune, but you travel all over with the work that you do. In fact, you're joining us right now all the way from Goa. So is there any particular reason you're in Goa right now, Suresh ji?
There are a couple of them. I love Goa, and actually when I was wanted to talk on the Telesummit, I wanted to find out which is the love and energy center of India. And I realized that Goa is one. I'm very sure that many people came here, proposed under the moonlight, and got married and have good relationship or not so good, it does not matter. But many things happened in Goa. This is the love spot of India. So I thought, what better place and venue and energy, I believe in energy, than to speak from Goa on love and Telesummit, around that. Beautiful.
Oh, wow, that is fantastic. I had no idea about this, but now that you mention it, yes, Goa would definitely be one of the love centers in India. Fabulous. Now, sir, you're going to be telling us about, how to conquer love and relationships in challenging times. These are challenging times, no doubt, but what is your point of view on, what love and relationships are and therefore, leading on to what are its challenges?
Sure, I'll go ahead. Let us take a moment to have a reverence to the relationships that we have had in life so far. I've been studying a lot of cultures across the planet Earth, and I realized that one should start anything with a gratitude, with thankfulness. So when you look around your own life, you have had your own life, in whatever way it is, it's beautiful. I want you to just close your eyes for a moment and just be in gratitude for whatever happened to you, because finally universe wants you to go to higher consciousness. And universe only needs thankfulness for this journey. For a moment for thankfulness and gratitude is what our ancients said, and I firmly believe in it, and that should be tone for magicalness. Maybe for a moment, if you can close your eyes and be in gratitude, it'll be great. Okay, thank you very much. Please open your eyes with higher consciousness and awareness, because that's the only thing which you have come here for. Higher consciousness and awareness. Once upon a time, not long ago or short time, it depends on your own life, what happened was you were alone. You felt lonely. You felt that you need something exciting. Then you asked God or the universe, you prayed, you intended, subconsciously or consciously, does not matter, and you fell in love. As you fell in love, the most magical phenomena of your life started happening. Time started shrinking, you felt exhilarated, you are in your peak state, you are longing for the best in life, and everything that you touched and moved turned into gold. That's the power of love. Immense energy. The most potent energy on this earth is love. And that's what happened to you. You called for it, you got it, and then your magicalness of life opened up. I mean, I thank universe and existence for this force and power called love. I mean, it opens up the human being to its highest potential. And the love continued, it blossomed from a small bud, it became a blooming flower. And then time went by very fast. And then after that, maybe a couple of things happened. The same love with which you started and which was like in a blossom stage of a flower, maybe was not in the same way that it was supposed to be. It started wilting, it started drying, and it started falling off for numerous reasons. That's the very nature of love. And then you felt bad, you felt pain, you felt hurt, and now you wanted to get out. You wanted again to be lonely. And you did whatever and tried to find that place where you felt again you wanted to be lonely, alone with yourself. And you did that. Again time continued. And after some time, again you got bored. Again you felt that it is not meaningful to have such a life. It is worthless. Again you prayed for love. Again you prayed for beautiful things to happen. And again love happened. Again relationships came in. You flowered. It became pretty. It became beautiful. It became a flower. Again it wilted. Again it came down. This is a very, very, very cycle of love. And we get highly confused because my topic is conquering love and relationships in challenging times. And I do believe that love and relationships, sometime in your life, you will come across challenging times. Most important is that we need to understand the very DNA of love. My whole purpose is to look into various cultures, specifically Indian. I'm a proud Indian. I feel that India is great to offer, and I believe in practical solutions. I only believe in solutions. Nothing else. I don't believe in information. I don't believe in knowledge, because both of us actually waylaid us. They mislead us, and whatever we are facing issues right now is too much information and love. Incidentally, love has become so unrealistic. The very factor that we have exposed ourselves to a lot of Hindi movies, English movies, Hollywood, Bollywood, and God knows the hundreds of other languages movies, and everything, almost 80% of all the movies are based on love. And that love is very filmy love. And this filmy love has taken away very far from my reality. And my whole life has revolved on the practical dimension, to be grounded on this earth, and yet to fly in love, to be victorious in love, to be in the state. And that is the very purpose of my talk. Please do understand that I am speaking to a very generic audience. I don't know who you are, where are you from, and so I will be speaking of general concepts, some of which you may like, some of which you may not like, some of which you may find pessimistic, some of you might find it optimistic, but I have to be truthful to myself, so I will speak the truth as it comes, and I pray that you give me the permission to do that.
Yes, please.
Also, please do understand, I don't like generalities at all. Anything general, I mean, I'm giving you an example. If 100, there are only 100 people in this world, 70 or 80 people will be, into this generalities. Most important will be the other people who are maybe not exactly what I am speaking of right now. They would have experienced it, or they will experience it. They might not be related to it right now. It does not matter. But please do understand that the magic is when I meet one-to-one, when I meet one to a small group, that is where I can speak very precise. I like to speak precise. I like to speak brutal truths. I don't like sugarcoating. Please understand, our problem of love and relationships comes a very factor that love has been too sugar-coated. and we feel love is sugar-coated and we can't stand the bitterness. And that's what is the root cause of the problem. And I would try to throw light in my entire conversation. And let me tell you one thing, all that we need to do is what the Indian masters said, wrote, believed in. I also believed in that. See things as they are. That is the magic mantra. See things as they are, for which I need to understand the very DNA of love. If I understand the very DNA of love, the very DNA of love, and I believe 100% in it, is that love is like a rose flower. But whenever one gives a rose flower, or one keeps a rose flower, and incidentally, rose is the biggest symbol of love. What generally happens in love is we only accept the blooming rose flower, whatever color it is. We don't accept the thorns. The magic of love, conquering of love, the completeness of love is in acceptance of both the thorn and the flower. The minute we accept only the rose flower, the thorns we have pushed under our subconscious mind. We have suppressed it. All that love which turned later into hate, hurt, guilt, doubt, all these are unexpressed emotions because right at the start, I did not see love as complete with the rose and the thorn. I really invoke yourself on a journey to accept love as a rose and as a thorn. Whatever I am going to speak here will be of very much depth. So please listen with full awareness, re-listen to the audio a number of times, then you will actually start flowering. Trust me, universe gave rose with the thorns as a real symbol of us understanding that we need to accept the both. Now comes a very interesting aspect. Everything around us, the filmy stories, the Hollywood movies and the love tales, everything is only accepting the rose. We are not accepting the thorn. Very few people are speaking of accepting the thorn, and that is where I think we should, because then only the love will blossom up. Now I would like you to ponder right now that on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the lowest and 10 being the highest, at this point of time, what value will you give to your love and relationships? Please understand, we all have number of things to do. We have money to handle, that is my expert topic, we have to handle on career, we have to handle on hundreds and thousands of things around us, and in all this there is also the aspect of love and relationships. So it will be nice if you can type out what is the priority, what is the value which you give to love and relationship at this point of time. Do you think that is the most important priority of your life? Then you would rate it higher. If it is not so, you would rate it lower. It does not matter what the rating is, but please be honest with yourself, because that will help you on the journey. I'll just give you 5 seconds.
Suresh, I have a query here on the rating. Love and relationships is definitely one of my topmost priorities. Everything that I do is around it, and that love being not just, the love that I have for my husband, but my family, my friends, my work, myself, everything. So, in that case, I would definitely want to give it a 10 because everything that I do revolves around this. Every decision I make revolves around this, around my relationships, around the things that I love, the people that I love. So 10 for sure. But if I've not understood the concept of the rating, please tell me and I will re-rate it.
I'm so happy for you. My whole context on love and relationship is, at this point of time, we need to be very micro-focused. It is not generic love, it's not universal love. Here in the whole context, I'm just taking 45 minutes because it's a small time to speak on love. What you expressed was beautiful. But here the context on the rating is specifically on love and relationship with your lover. That's it, period and out. It's nothing else.
Okay, then in that case, I would give it an 8 because there is a lot, there's still a lot left to work on and to keep moving forward. So yes, I'm
so happy about your honesty, Neelu. It's very fantastic, and thanks for asking me this question. It's very precise, and the rest of my context of my talk should be viewed from only your lover's relationship. I'm not talking about anything else, because we need to micro-focus and then we get it right. If I understand the micro very well, I understand the macro. In fact, I should use love as a stepping stone to understand the entire cosmos. And that's the greatest gift we have. The gift of love, to understand the completeness of who we are, and also at the same time to understand the super universe. And that's the greatest.
Right. Well, people have been putting their ratings in. Savinji and Pratibha have put in 8. Swati's put in a 5. Somebody else, I'm sorry, I can't see their name, is on a 7. But Rupa, has interestingly written, 10 is my number. I've been waiting for 14 years or so. And Nikita is asking, what about singles having no partner? How should they rate it?
Singles having no partner at this point of time, it is a representation of love and relationship in their mind. I'm very sure that they are seeking a partner, seeking a love, and that's what it is. To what they feel about love and relationship is their rating.
Right. So Nandini, for example, has written, love for me is at par with money, followed closely by health. So 10. 10 is how she's rated it.
Okay. Each one would have a different rating, and it is fine and it is perfect. The magic of the rating will vary from time to time. It is at this present moment of time. It could have been 10 in the past. It could be 10 in the future. It could be even 2 or 3. If one is undergoing a lot of turmoil in love right now, then love and relationship has become bitter. I mean, we need to face the reality. Like I said, the whole game is to understand and become friendly with the cons.
Right. Right. So basically, as you said, that unless you accept both the rose and the thorn, there is no journey. It will never happen. It won't be complete.
This is the fundamental core truth on love and relationships. I'd like to cut the crap out because there's a lot of crap floating around love. There is so much stuff floating around love. You Google love and relationship and you'll find a zillion pages, but you will get so lost into concepts. People get lost into concepts. People get lost into the definitions of soulmates, and each one has their own definition. People get lost into the concepts of what the movies project on us. And all this, they are concepts. But concepts and realities are very different. It will be very appreciable to view everything in the context of who you are. My conversations around love and relationship, at least for the next half an hour, 40 minutes, whatever, should be viewed only from this perspective. Then it will become very magical. Okay, I move on here. It's fine?
Yes.
Great. There was this guy who was kept on losing pens. Like you and I, whenever we go to the bank, we take our pen. Somebody doesn't have a pen, we give the pen to them. And he kept on losing the pen. So one day he went to this guy, his master, and he said that, Master, see, I have been losing this pen every now and then. I think I don't have awareness. I don't have consciousness. I think I keep losing it. He was doing a course on mindfulness with the master. The master turned around and told to him that, hey, great, it doesn't matter, and I'm very happy that you're able to look at the pen and view it from awareness. We should use awareness as a tool with anything small in our life. Then this guy said, what is the solution? And the master came out with the most magical solution. Generally, the pen that we carry is 10, 15, 20, 30 rupees, max 50. The master said, buy a pen which is 50,000 rupees. This guy was zapped. What? Buy a pen of 50,000 rupees? Yes. When you buy a pen of 50,000 rupees, you buy it because I say so and come and meet me after 1 year. The most beautiful part of life journey is when you have a trusting master, you should trust him or her completely. Then only real transformation happens. This guy trusted the master. He did not question him what's going to happen. He bought the 50,000 rupee pen, kept it with him and met the master after 1 year. The master said, what happened to your pen? Are you still losing it? He said, not even once. Because the pen has become very valuable to me. Exactly like that. If you can look into our life, the value we give to it. If you have a diamond in your home, you will keep it in a nice box. You will cover it. You'll keep it safe and secure. Exactly like that. If you feel love and relationships are very valuable, then you would handle it in a very delicate manner. And that's the beauty of love. Now, most important thing that happens in love, like I said, is love has two extremes. One, you feel euphoric, you feel great, you feel it's like we say that it's only daylight, it's only full moon, it's happiness, it's celebration, it's party time. On the other extreme, love falls apart, then it is pain, it is tribulation, it is so many other negative emotions that overtake us. And the most important thing is that how do I handle it when things are not going too well? And that's very important. Many people, they get so lost into so many concepts that are available that they don't see it straight. I told you to see it straight. I'll give you an example. It's a very dark night. I wouldn't say it's a full dark night. I would say it's a little day and more of night, and you're walking across and there's a rope lying on the ground. From far, when you look at the rope, it looks like a snake. As soon as you see the snake, which is in the mind, you start getting the same feelings and emotions in the mind of a snake. But in reality, it is the rope. So you're afraid to go near it. You don't want to face it. You're far away from it. And now, what is the solution? The masters have given a very wonderful solution. They said, flash a light over it and see it as it is. That's it. So I flash a light, I see it in the true light, I see it a rope, my snake disappears, and along with my snake, if I have 100 emotions about the snake, all of them disappear. I don't need to remove emotions one by one. It will take me 1 million lifetimes otherwise. I just need to see things as they are. That is the central crux of love and relationships. The central crux of love and relationships is only this. You will have pain sometime in life. You will have, love will turn around that. It's simple like this. I mean, you can do it anytime. I'll give you a small demonstration. The demonstration is very interesting. You take a palm and you keep it on its own. And you move the palm right, left, whatever. And even as I'm saying this, you could try it out. I mean, you keep the palm. I mean, okay, so nothing happens around it. There's some vibration. And now you get both the palms together. Now two are coming together. First it was alone. Now both come together and rub a friction. As the friction is rubbed upon and you keep rubbing it over a period of time, maybe 2 minutes, 3 minutes, it will start becoming warmer, hotter, sparks will start flying, suddenly you'll feel a heat. Exactly the nature of very love is like that. The very nature of love is that the male, female, the energies come together, they have a dance of energies, and the only problem that is there is we are defying the very act of the universe. We are not seeing things as they are. Love is supposed to give you pain. Love is supposed to give you wound. Love is supposed to hurt you. That is the very aspect of love. Because only through the wound, I remember Rumi's statement here, so beautiful. The wound is the place where the light enters you. How beautifully he said it. The wound is the place where light enters you. In fact, in love and relationship, just once I am saying to all of you all, if you have encountered, let's say, pain and issues around love, don't run away from it. My first imploration is don't run away. Simply said, you have ran away millions of times in the past and the past life. That is why existence is giving it back to you. You encounter it, you face it, and you go through the dark night, and you will come across the most fabulous discovery of yourself and existence. Love is the only space which is so powerful, so moving, that you can discover more about yourself and you can discover about this entire cosmos. I feel, in fact, we should have so much reverence to the partners who cause a lot of hurt to us, who cause a lot of pain to us. Unless a human being experiences pain in some way, sadness in some way, this is the very way of existence to take us on the fastest pathway towards light and higher consciousness, and that is the only universe wants it to be done with all humans. Right now, if some of you are having pain, thank the partner, thank the pain, don't run away. Move through it and do whatever is required in the understanding, and trust me, discovering yourself and discovering existence is priceless. It's priceless. And nothing can be more powerful than pain, than sadness. Imagine pain converting into later compassion. Imagine hurt converting later into acceptance. I think these are all the qualities that we all look for, and they will never, ever come through reading. They will never, ever come through any way. They will come when we move through it. The problem with all of us is that when we are looking at the seashore, right now I'm in Goa, I'm looking at the ocean. What is the very nature of the ocean? It is turbulent. It is never the same. There are waves. There are smaller waves. There are bigger waves. There are turbulent waves. There are, sometimes it is cool, calm. This is the very, very nature of life. I can understand this entireness. It's beautiful. But as human beings, what do we want? We want only happiness out of love. We want only peace and calm and harmony out of love. It is impossible. That is why it's very important to understand the very nature of love, and then we will transcend it to the most magical spaces. Please understand that when you move through love, it can make you better or it can make you bitter. Or it does both. Sometimes you feel better, sometimes you feel bitter. When is the journey complete? When only you feel better at all times. That's it. Period. Another fallacy with love. Many of us become superheroes and superheroines. We want to jump. We want to help people in love. Right now I'm telling this because this is of very, very vital importance. If you are having turbulent relationship with love right now, and love is not going the way that you want it to be, you will suddenly attract a lot of people around you who are facing similar situations. And now you're listening to their concepts. And you're agreeing with them. Yeah, love is bitter, love is bitter. And they tell their stories, you tell your stories. And the stories are not stories. They go very deep down within every cell of your body. And then it's difficult to remove them because the stories have come into your life. Now, other story, you have taken it as your own story. And that is very, very dangerous. So one of the factors is that when you are facing real... can I go on?
Yes, please.
When you are facing really turbulent situations, the thing is that make all the efforts to be with people who are happy in love. That is the first and the only thing that we need to do. We need to see videos, we need to see things around which will make us happy, which will not infuse further negativity into us. And by nature, your vibrations will not attract those kind of people. And then again, we go into loops and twists and turns. The more concepts we borrow, the more stories we borrow, the more it traps us. And that is why we keep on looking here, there, everywhere. The whole game is face the storm once and for all. That's it. Many of us have this fantasy that I need to jump into somebody's life and help them. No. The game of life is to be there, available, but please understand something very, very important. And this is the crux, okay, my friends, this is the crux. It's your road and yours alone. It's your road and yours alone. Others may walk it with you, but no one can walk for you. So beautiful. No one can walk for you. And here is something very important to understand. If there are couples and we feel that we should do something for the other person also to rise up. Yeah, we can do everything. But please do understand the journey is only individual. Each one has to take a responsibility, take in charge of their life and move ahead. It can never be possible that both of you land at the same point. How is it possible in a human journey? It is that person who suddenly takes charge and becomes responsible. Okay, right now it's a stormy situation. I take charge. I take charge of my life. I move through it. I move through it with support. I move through it with understanding. I move through it awareness and consciousness. That person will emerge stronger. And if some of you are facing more troubles right now, more pain, more regrets, or more whatever, trust in the existence, trust in the universe, trust in God. You are a special child of the God. Simple, you're a special child of the God. We are not able to understand that. You're fighting with God himself or herself. God wants you to go on a super fast plane. That is why so much trouble are coming. And why not? Move through it in a practical way and that will be the magic. And that will be truly magic. But please understand, as you are moving through it, it is very difficult. One solution I would like to give you, really one solution when the event is unfolding in your life. Love is lovey-dovey. I mean, I don't need to speak about the lovey-doveyness because all of you are already experts in it. You have had so many sweet lollipops, so many sweet chocolates. In fact, love is sugar-coated to the core. But what I can speak is that what you do in a turbulent situation. In a turbulent situation, immediately come back to your body, sense it in the body. And women sense it very differently, guys sense it very differently. For women, it is amplified 100x because women see the whole entire dimension in a more beautiful manner through their emotions. I mean, they're seeing a great movie, IMAX, 7.1, Dolby sound. That's the beauty of it. But they will see both. They will see pain and love in both, or happiness and sadness in this colored way. For guys, it is very bland. It is like seeing a black and white TV of the 60s. I mean, or 50s, I don't know, whatever, or 70s. That's how love is for guys. For guys and girls, it's very, very different. For girls, emotion is more, for women, it's more about the aspect of acceptance, the aspect of moving through love. It's more of a pure nature. And I'm speaking here very general, it's very brutal statement, but it is. For men, love is more of sex. For women, love is more about acceptance, the genuineness of love, and all the magic. That is why the DNA for men and women in this entire story of love is very, very different. We need to find our own aspects and see how we can move ahead. That is the magic of this. And let me come back to the most important thing. The most important thing is that what choice are you making now for your love, for your relationship, specifically if it's not going well. You need to address it super fast. If some of you are thinking that it will change on its own, it will push it under the carpet, please, please, please don't do that. Encounter it, face it, take it from a practical aspect, look into it, and move through it and come and conquer the beauty. The conquering is the most magical aspect of it. Please understand that a ship is very safe in the harbor, but the ship has to move to the seas, encounter the storms, and then it will reach its land and destination. Exactly like that, some of us who are hurt have come back and said that right now love is burning. I don't want to love ever again. You become bitter, and then you can even make a statement that men and women generally make this statement. Right now, I am very sad to say that there are no good men and no good women at all. I mean, this is a statement that anybody can make when specifically they are not doing well with love or when they are being hurt. The magic is, my friends, that you look at the general humanity. What is so special or what is not so special? Every human being on this earth, when nice things are happening, they are happy. When sad things are happening, they are sad. And this is the very general, what is this? This is the mass people behave like that. If you want to be a select few, if you want to be a conscious being, what you should do is that, okay, let me encounter pain, sadness first. Let me see and behave that. And in pain and sadness, when you encounter, and then you find your true self, when you find yourself, discover yourself, come back to your home. I think it is priceless. It is beautiful. Then I accept the darker side of things around and I become a different human being. I become maybe 1% or 5% of this humanity who lead a very conscious way. Otherwise, I'm the masses. Masses, everybody behaves the same. What is so great about it? So I learned to accept thorns. I learned to kiss the thorns. I learned to make friends with the thorns. I always say, make friends with darkness. We have been told such a big lie, and this is love is light, love is this, love is that. Love is also darkness. I'm very sure that many of you are more experienced in this subject in real life, and you would have seen love is also darkness. So I say, dosti banao darkness ke saath. Pehla dosti bana lo. Make friends with darkness immediately, and it is fantastic. The only game is make friends of darkness. Then light is always your friend. I mean, how beautiful it is. These are very, very priceless things in our life. The whole game of life is to understand where are you at this present point of time. For hope and courage, meet the right people. In fact, if you don't get the right people, be away from the wrong people. Most important. And hope and courage is available everywhere. The most important thing is to call for support, to call for nice support, and that is what the magic is. Because simply said that only when you open your hands, you will be held. You will get supported. So be brave. Open the hand. Don't be a superhero or superheroine. Whenever I look at the superhero movies, I love superhero movies and specifically Marvel movies. I mean, they're awesome. What do you see? What do you see is that the superhero is the most troubled character. The superheroine is most troubled. So they're fighting here, they're fighting there, they're fighting all over. They never have a peace to themselves. So my magic imploration is that don't choose to be a superhero. Be very ordinary. Just be in the side. And I have seen flowers in the jungle which are very ordinary, but they bloom so well. They don't need to prove to anybody. You can be that silent flower, so no, you can bloom on yourself. With yourself, on yourself, by yourself. It is so beautiful. Flowers which are cultivated in the gardens are not as pretty as flowers in the garden. So don't be a superhero, just be around. I think this is very, very magical. More important is that what happens in conflicts. Whenever there are conflicts, we want to run away. Lord Rama was here, you need to understand, Lord Rama was born in Ayodhya. Ayodhya is not a place as we understand it. Ayodhya is a Yodhya, where there are no fight and no conflicts. When Rama had fight and conflicts, was banished for 14 years. And he had to go to the forest, live in a tribulation storms, very sad, bad life. And when he conquered all that, he came back again, became the Prince of Ayodhya. What is the whole story about? The whole story is about the practical dimensions of your life. You are an emperor, you are a queen, and you will have conflicts. The real true queen and an emperor is who resolves conflict very, very quickly, for which you have to have top number priority as love and relationship. Finish the story of love and relationship permanently, and then you will start seeing the magic of yourself and magic of life, and then you will truly become the emperor of Ayodhya, the queen of Ayodhya. That is what it is. No fights, no conflicts within ourselves, and that's what a magical solution that we can come across. More important is that the game of love is to only discover yourself. Love is a mirror. It's the biggest mirror on this earth. You see yourself. Whenever you see yourself in the mirror, you see things are fine. Whatever you look in the mirror is not fine, you touch up and again relook and again it's fine. Exactly like that. Use love as a mirror to discover more about yourself, and that is where the true magic lies. That is where the real true magic lies. Lastly, I would like to tell you something before we end this session. If you have any queries, you can always get back to me, and through a voice note I will explain to you later, because like I told you, I don't know who you are. I'm making general sweeping statements, but most of the statements that I made are absolutely true as far as love is concerned. It's not about me, it's about love. If I want to understand about any subject, I need to understand the very nature of the subject. I told you about the very nature of subject. Please understand that there is a caterpillar and there is the butterfly. The caterpillar is crawling on this earth, dark in color. It looks very ugly. And this caterpillar goes through very much pain, very much trouble. It comes out of the cocoon, and as it comes out of the cocoon, it starts flying as a butterfly. Our journey of love is exactly like that. If you have not experienced love in its true sense, they're like caterpillars. Life is dull, drab, crawling on the ground, no fun. If you have experienced love, it's beautiful. It's like a butterfly to fly across. But to fly across, you need to move through the cocoon, and it is a painful process. Don't take my word for granted. I have watched real caterpillars becoming a butterfly in my life. Whatever I speak with authenticity. I go there, I see the culture, I see it, and I really seen the struggle of the caterpillar. And many times, many people do the wrong thing. They open up the cocoon and want the caterpillar, because we all want to jump into people's lives, kill them very quickly without understanding that they need to go through it. Poor jumps into people's life, and if you jump into the poor caterpillar's life and you open its cocoon so that it does not have pain, it will never be a butterfly. It will be halfway through, and that is the most painful process. Look around existence. This caterpillar only becomes the butterfly because it says, I will move through pain, I will move through hurt, I will move through darkness. Don't be afraid of it. There are enough people to support you. It's a beautiful world. Love is beautiful. Love is more potent. A caterpillar, when it gives away its crawling legs, it gets wings. We should be able to let go of our pain, regret, so many things that we have, and then we can truly fly. I wish and pray that all of you actually truly fly. And love is the greatest force to fly. I wish you tremendous on this journey. In this short time, I have been tried to at least kindle you. My real imploration is, please go through again and again and come victorious. Become an emperor, become a queen again, and when you walk on this earth, walk with your head held high. That is the most magical aspect. I truly wish you well in your journey. I'm through with it. If you like to ask any questions, I'm open to it.
Yes, we'll wait for people to put in. There are some questions that have come in. For example, Jayashree asked, isn't it first important to be compassionate and practice that before we feel love?
There are different ways to go through it. Unless we go through the hurt completely, compassion never begins. Please understand. I'll give you a classic example. I had a participant of mine in Russia. She came to me for a personalized session. What was happening to her? She had an abuse from her husband. She had a lot of pain. She divorced him. It's very easy to divorce in other countries. So she let him go. She had hurt. Again, she attracted a new partner. And this time the partner was more abusive. Now, again she divorced. Again she had a partner. Again this time she was, and this is, I'm sharing a very honest, true story. Third time, she did it 4 times, and all the 4 times it was a more horrific partner that she attracted. How is it that one person who can attract all these partners the same way? Simply because the vibration. I feel compassion is nice. Use any tools that will facilitate you, but move through hurt completely. Move through darkness completely. There should be no strand. Complete with it first, then compassion will arise. That is the magic. That's what my thoughts are.
Right. Now, there is actually, very well put in a very different perspective, because if you don't go through pain and conflict yourself, where are you going? Where is the strength and the courage and the compassion going to come from? You have to learn that thing coming in. All of us are born with a lot of things, but it is our experiences that bring it out, right?
Absolutely. I always say that we all create barriers within, and then it is not these barriers which we create within because of so much wrong understanding that we have. And that's the life journey. Each one will have their own journey, and barriers will come up. But the most important thing to understand is that we have created this barrier. There's nobody out there. There is no bearded guy sitting in the heaven who's wanting pain to happen to us. Absolutely not. We have choices. We have made choices. I chose love. When I choose love, I need to accept both the extremities. When I choose the very aspect of coming back onto this earth, I need to move and accept both the extremities. And both the extremities I accept, when this true flowering happens. I wrote a book called On Cloud 9, and it is a very fantastic book. And on Cloud 9, the most important thing is that when you're ready and lucky, when you're ready, readiness means you're totally ready, then all the magic unfolds onto you. And in this, I have written once again, this book will help you to fall in love once again. This book will help you fall in once again with the most beautiful person in the world, you. How beautiful it is. Everything in the world is to fall in love with ourselves and bloom. And then when you're a nice, loving person, wherever you go, you spread love and charm. Just being, whenever we are with people, many people think that one of the biggest fallacies of relationship is that it takes two people to solve it. Absolutely not. It takes only one to solve the relationship. The relationship problems and love problems can be solved only one. Whoever takes charge, and we are all fighting it out, you take charge, we are not taking charge. If we say, okay, it takes only one, I will be the one to take charge, I'm not bothered with the other person takes charge. You will come out in flying colors, and that's the absolute truth.
Right. This question has come in, Sureshji. Vinita Chadha has written in, I'm going through a lot of pain and hurt as I lost my husband a little while ago. I had a wonderful and loving relationship with him. It was a sudden demise. How do I handle this, and is there something to learn from this total darkness?
Yeah, there are many things that happen to us which are very universal in nature, and I feel sad that she had to undergo that, and she's undergoing the pain. And she had a loving relationship. First of all, we have to liberate ourselves. If we don't liberate ourselves, the event has happened. It's a lot of maturity that we need, a lot of courage we need, because the memories always cloud us. These are not easy things. They take time. So the best aspect is to take time, mull on this factor, and thank the person for all the love and relationship that they gave for you to become a better person. But simply said, you're doing a grave injustice to the person by being sad right now. They're having pain. And the person is caught into that in some energy field. We have to liberate them. For liberation, we have to pass the examination called life. And in this examination called life, if you want real respect for the person who has come and has gone by, the person would, in fact, her husband who's no more, would really want her to flower again, to rediscover love, to do beautiful things with her life. And if she can do it, it might take time. This is the most rewarding experience for her and for her husband, wherever he is.
Right. And Sureshji, Amrish is asking, is this the book that you were referring to, On Cloud 9, Celebrate the Complete Woman Within?
Yeah, I wrote this book, and it's one of the most amazing books I've ever written. I've written about 5 books, but this is the book I love the most, On Cloud 9. But my other book, I Love Money, became more popular because people are more hungry for money. That's what I feel. This is a really nice book, On Cloud 9.
Yes, in fact, I have to share this with everybody and with you, Sureshji. When you decided to come on to this Telesummit, and we knew that you were going to be talking about, it's the first time I realized that your first book was actually on love and relationships and not on money. We've always known you to be, the man, the master behind these fabulous money workshops, and to get to know this about you, that this was actually your first book and has been a bestseller also. It was a very, very nice surprise. And in fact, before we go on to the next question, I know, Sureshji, that as always, you're very generous with people, and and I know that you're giving away your Cloud 9, the book. You're going to be personally, you're going to be signing it, autographing it, and giving it away to one person here. And with your permission, if I may say the name of the person. Hello. Yes, I'm here. I'm sorry. I thought I got cut. Can you hear me?
Hello.
Yes, please, Sureshji. Can you hear me?
Hello.
Can you hear me, sir?
I can hear you now.
Yes, I'm back. I'm sorry. Something I don't know what happened. Thank you, Praveenji. My voice. Hopefully, my voice is back. And Sureshji, the person that we'd love to have you give this book to is Vinita Chadha.
Okay, Vinita, thanks and good luck. Congratulations on this. And I would sign personally this book on Cloud9, autograph it, and send you with all my love and gratitude.
Yes, and after, Vinita, after the call is over, all you have to do is share your address with Sureshji, and he will have it sent across to you. Okay.
Yeah.
And just to take one last question, sir, there's Praveenji is asked, is self-love the biggest love?
Self-love is the biggest love simply because whatever the situation is, self-love can come from many aspects. It can come from loving your job. It can come from loving general people, father, dad, mother, whatever. But the love that I'm talking of, love of lovers, is the highest love. And when you move through that and you discover more and more about yourself, yes, self-love begins. And I always feel that the only purpose in life is to discover more about yourself, to discover love, to discover happiness, to discover the highest potential of who you are. And yes, it is the truth.
Fantastic. This has been absolutely amazing, Sureshji, to get these insights. I'm so sorry, Pankaj. I thought I saw Praveenji's name. Sorry, that question came from Pankaj, not from Praveen.
Yeah, it was a good question, Pankaj. I wish you real the love at the highest level, self-love, absolutely.
Fantastic. So, Sureshji, as I said, we know that you have these amazing workshops around money. Do you do workshops around love and relationships as well?
See, there are many things that I do which are very silent in nature. I always believe that one should do very silent work. And I do intense work, I do silent work, I do very authentic work. In fact, Money Workshop all the creations of mine are very original. I travel across cultures, but they have one common thread. Anybody who comes to my workshop should only come if they connect to me. And most important, if they're really looking for solutions. If they're genuinely looking for solutions, if they want to go into the depth of what they are, money, life, and spirituality, those are the workshops that I do. Yeah, I am planning something in love and relationship, a small meet, with few people. I like small, cozy groups. That's where the transformations begin. So we can have a very good, small, cozy group of people who come, who understand this from a deeper way, and whom I can actually connect in live, in flesh and blood. And that makes a very big difference.
Right. So is there something coming up, Sureshji?
Yeah, we are planning something like a high tea at Taj. This is a very special offer that I have only for Mystic Lotus lovers, participants, that we are planning a very high tea at Taj Palace in Mumbai. It's in live means it has to be physical. It's the most awesome place in India. It's one of the most iconic hotels. We're going to have a high tea, and this is where we need to unfold this. Always feel that love is a very amazing aspect, and it has to be unfolded in a very loving place, in a very tasteful manner. I believe in taste. I believe in small ceremonies. I believe in small groups. So this is what we are going to have. We are going to have it on 26th February, Monday, and this will only be for 5 people. That's it. Only 5. So there'll be 5 or 6. It'll be a very cozy discovery. I mean, just participating in it is the most liberating thing one can do. In fact, I would say everybody should choose to participate, but there are only 5 seats available.
Only 5 seats. And yes, of course, this is at the Taj Palace Hotel in Mumbai. And in fact, I was going to ask you, sir, why at the Taj Mahal Palace Hotel? But as you just explained, something like this should be done at a beautiful place where you can unwind, uplift your senses. So yes, that does make a lot of sense. And so basically you're going to be having a love and relationship, energy intensive workshop for a small group of people. Right now, limited to 5. What can people expect from this session, sir?
One of the most important discovery of mine is one should remove all that which is blocking us, and that has to be very, 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 very specific. I can sit and Google, I can read all the books on love, I can read all the books on any aspect of life, I can attend hundreds of therapies, but each one has its own help. I'm not saying they don't help, but the biggest support, if somebody wants to go on a real accelerated place, I believe we don't have time. We have to play against time. We have a limited time on this earth, and we need to resolve everything fast so that the rest of the life we live in a very, very high consciousness blooming space. And that is why I have a very small session. The central heart of this is a question and answer, Q&A. They are free only because it will be 5 participants. I'll be able to see them in energy. I'll be able to see them physically. I'll be able to know what's happening with them. So it will be very, very precise. Precise things they should do, precise things that they should not do, and hence the Q&A is the heart of this. And then along with it, I would like to connect to them on an individual basis to understand where they come from. So they will get their individual blueprint. That's the most powerful thing that anybody can go for. And more important is I will be touching on deeper dimensions on energy, which is very, very critical, which can't be shared out in the general domain.
Right.
And more important, I would like to give them sacred objects. There are some sacred objects that I would like to give them on their journey. So this is a part of the package along with the super luxurious high tea session there in an unwinding in the most luxurious place. I think it's a very, very tasteful ceremony for real people who feel that, most important, love and relationship is the most valuable. Please do understand that the most important part of this session is the 3 hours intensive along with me, and it is magical because it's a small group. It's a cozy group. The setting is luxurious. Everything is taken care of. So all we need to do is beautiful. It's fantastic.
Right. So this is okay. And so, would you be giving the participants your book?
Yes, I'll also be, along with this, yes, I would like to give them the book also, autograph, on Cloud9, I would like to give them. And maybe there are some other surprises which unfold as they come. I always like to give surprises. I like to operate from my heart and soul, and it will be beautiful. So it will be very magical. It will be very beautiful, I think.
Okay. So basically, as I said, a love and relationship intensive session with you. In fact, I love the way you call them ceremonies, and not a session, not a workshop. I absolutely love the word ceremony here. It just, somehow it changes the vibration of it all for me. And just to sum it up, this is a high tea buffet with you, and it's an intensive ceremony. You'll be giving these sacred objects to whoever's there, and you'll also be giving an autographed copy of your best-selling book on Cloud9. So what does this cost, Suresh?
The investment for this entire session is 21,000, and 21,000 per person, which includes whatever is the package that is there, and that is what the investments are.
Right, but I know that you definitely have a fabulous offering for everybody who's on this Telesummit right now. And what is that, sir?
Yes, generally I'm thankful to the Telesummit because of which I could reach a lot of wonderful people. And please trust me, I know how it's very difficult to get people to any conference or to any workshops. I know the struggle behind it. You've done a very awesome thing, and people who are listening should really take it in as a valuable part of their life where they are able to listen from their place in such a peaceful space. As a special gift to all this beautiful energy work around, the special offer is 9,900 rupees only for 5 people who confirm first. Please do understand that I'm so sorry if others are interested. It's difficult to accommodate. It will be only 5 people, max 5 people. It can be 2, 1, 3. It doesn't matter. Whoever is there, we're going to have the session. And I always believe that universe is benevolent. Whoever wants to come, whoever makes powerful choices in life, whoever values life and love and relationships in a very high manner. And most important is that who is not looking for information and knowledge, who is looking for something specific to their life which they should do. I think this is the most priceless ceremony they can ever attend, and this is my 100% guarantee. If somehow they don't like the ceremony for whatever reason, I will happily give them their 9,900 back, and that's my commitment.
Oh, wow, that is absolutely amazing, sir. So 21,000 is what its actual cost is, and you're giving it at 9,900 only for the people on this Tele Summit, and it comes with a money-back guarantee. I mean, how
Yes.
amazing does it, how much better could this possibly be? Thank you so much. So the
But it's only for 5 people, huh? Please understand, it's only for 5.
first 5, and it is based in Mumbai, of course. So whoever's in Mumbai can definitely take this offer
Right.
up.
Someone who was in Mumbai, if I value relationship, I had people coming from all the way from Australia, Singapore, Dubai to attend money workshop in Bombay or Pune. So we should never limit ourselves. Anybody who's genuine, they can travel wherever they are, just for a small ceremony. Please believe one moment in time, one event can entirely change your very aspect of looking at life. So it's not restricted to Mumbai. It's only the event is in Mumbai because it's the Choices Hotel. Anybody from anywhere should make a decision, call for it, and make a healthy choice. It's perfectly fine.
Oh, fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. Here's the thing, Sureshji, there is a limitation of only 5 people here. Is there anything else, I'm sure there are a lot of people who always want to be a part of the work that you do, who want to come and receive all that you have to offer. Only 5, the rest, there'll be so many people who will be disappointed about not being able to make it or, not being able to make the cut of the first 5. Is there anything else also that you have that other people could join in for?
Yeah, this was one of the considerations that I have in mind. I don't like to disappoint people. Specifically in the energy field, we all should be compassionate. We should not cut the energy. We should be giving free choice to people to decide their life they want to be. Finally, choices is what will make us. So I thought that I will give you one more offer to participants. That is, they can participate in the money workshop that I'm going to have in Mumbai on 24th and 25th. It's a 2-day workshop. So they get to spend 2 days with me. And this workshop is already, we are having a lot of participants. Please do understand that this high tea is specifically for Telesummit people. I'm not going to involve other participants of mine. It will be exclusively by people who are from the Telesummit. Even if I have 1 or 2, it doesn't matter. If I have nobody also, it doesn't matter. The whole game is that if I have 1, I will still conduct the ceremony, but I will not have 4 from my side. It will be only Telesummit people. So that is as exclusive as it gets. I always believe one should be very, very clear in certain things of life. This offering number 2 is we are having a money workshop for which already they are registered participants. Again, this is a small group program, and I say small, we'll have maybe 30-35 people in the workshop. So this is again a very exclusive workshop. I conduct workshop. In fact, I've been conducting money workshop for the last 18 years. This is a 2-day workshop. Again, it's live and it's in Nanderi. It's in a hotel called Solitaire. And the details I'll forward it to all of them. Here they can participate to understand more about money and wealth. This is an offering which we have, and here we don't have much restrictions, but yeah, because it's a small group, we can accommodate more than 10 people or whatever. But still, this is one thing that they can choose for. Again, this is live in Mumbai, so it's great, and if somebody wants to do both the sessions, they can do because they're having this on 24th, 25th. The Taj ceremony, we're having it on 26th. I leave the choices up to them. One should always make high-end choices of life, premium choices.
Right. And what does this this session normally? What is the charges? What is the investment here, sir, for the money workshop?
Investments for this session for the 2-day full participation along with the manual and being with me and also attending the workshop. It is 21,000. This is a scheduled program, okay? So this is scheduled. We have already scheduled it. We have been promoting it. And we have a lot of participants who have already, and I think we have 12, 13 registrations we have already enrolled. This is 21,000 for the people. We had an early bird offer. I'm not sure if the early bird is still there. The early bird was 13,000, 12,900, and there was one more offer beyond a particular date, which was 15,900 or something like that. So on average, they'll be spending 12,900 to 15,000 to attend this workshop. Anybody. This is fixed. We don't negotiate on prices because simply we believe that one should not cut charges on their own self. One should not cut energetically because when we cut on fees, they cut on the energy coming to them fully also. That's the purpose. So any participant will be paying us 12,900 in the workshop, minimalistic, specifically those who are enrolled earlier. But for the magical people here at Mystic Lotus Awesome Festival, there is this offer of 9,500 only.
Oh, wow. That is fantastic. So 21,000 is what it costs for 2 days of this session, which includes your notes, lunch, and tea and coffee on both days. And you had an early bird offer for your existing base, which had varied from 12,900 to 15,900. And again, just for the people on this Tele Summit, on this awesome Love and Health Tele Summit, you're giving it at 9,500 only. That is absolutely amazing, sir. I'm very generous of you. Thank you so much. There is
Let me
a time.
just one more point here. Let me tell you one more point that here, even people who are repeating our workshops, there are people who repeat our workshops. They are also not getting this offer. So 9,500 is the barest which we could give, and I'm happy to give this as an energy exchange for all the wonderful things that have happened out here. So this is the offer.
Wonderful. Absolutely fantastic. And I'm just going to repeat that. It's 9,500, but this offer is only available for 24 hours, if I'm not mistaken. Correct, Suresh?
Yeah, maximum 24 hours. That's it. Max 24 hours.
Right. 24 hours. So I'm going to quickly repeat this before we wind up with the call. So on the 26th of February at Taj Mahal Palace, Mumbai, only for the first 5, all exclusive, nobody else, only Tele Summit people, ceremony with Suresh sir. Wow, I'm completely blown away. I actually thought there'd be other people, but this is exclusive only for the people on this Tele Summit. That's on 26th February. You do not pay 21,000. You pay only 9,900. Super amazing. You have to take this up. And for those who are unable to get there or do not make the first 5 cut, you do also have the option on taking on 24th and 25th February at Hotel Solitaire in Andheri, again in Mumbai. The cost is 21,000. His own base, his own old clients and customers have only gotten an early bird offer of 12,900 and 15,900. You, dear people, get it for 9,500 only, and only for 24 hours is this one available. So take advantage, use it. We'll be posting the payment links immediately as soon as this call gets over, so that you don't have to wait for the replay email to reach you first. Before we close, Suresh, do you have anything that you would like to say?
Oh yeah, thank you so much for summarizing this so precisely, so beautiful. I see so many people confuse with money and offers. We should be very clear. The game of life is clarity. Imagine a water which is muddy. We don't drink that water. We wait it for some time, the mud settles down, and there is a pure water on top. Life is exactly like that. There is some dark cloud, there is muddiness around us, and these things are very difficult to spot on our own because they are too attached and we don't have the skills. Relationship, love needs skills, it needs dexterity of handling. And if you have that support from someone who can just show you how to do it, and see it only once, do it only once, and go through it. Love is the most exciting energy. I only pray that everybody falls in love and fall in love again and again. This is the most potent force, and that potent force is only for one thing in this life: to discover more about yourself and to move to the highest consciousness which universe or God wants us. God wants us to go to the higher consciousness, and this is the only way to move through in a very powerful way. I really wish love comes to all, and may they move through love in a most beautiful manner and let it blossom.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you very much for being here. As always, an absolute pleasure to have you and to listen to you. And people, on behalf of Nidhu, Amrish, and myself, this is Neelu signing off. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you for listening in. Bye-bye. Have a great day ahead.
Thank you, and thank you.